Are you struggling to make ends meet on a low salary and wondering if you'll ever get rich? You're not alone. But guess what? It's entirely possible to build significant wealth even with a modest income. Dave Ramsey, a personal finance guru, has guided millions to financial freedom with his proven methods. In this video, I'll reveal his strategies on how to get rich on a low salary. We'll explore practical steps to manage your money, eliminate debt, and build wealth. I will show you how to have $1.1 million at the age of 65 while earning a low salary your entire life. Let's start by debunking a common myth. You don't need a high salary to become wealthy. According to Ramsey, the key lies in how you manage your money. He often says, it is not about what you make, it's about what you keep. This means focusing on creating a budget, cutting unnecessary expenses, and living below your means. In a study conducted by Ramsey Solutions, 79% of millionaires didn't receive any inheritance. They built their wealth through disciplined savings and smart investments. Imagine being able to save just $250 per month from the age of 18. By the time you're 65, with an average annual return of 7%, you can have over $1 million. It's all about starting early and staying consistent. Here, I would emphasize the importance of understanding compound interest, which Albert Einstein famously called the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest allows your money to grow exponentially over time. For example, if you save $250 per month and invest it with an annual return of 7%, you will have around $1.1 million by retirement. This principle works because you earn interest on both the money you save and the interest it generates. Now let's talk about what we mean by low income and how people often mismanage it. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, the median weekly earnings for a full-time wage and salary workers for the fourth quarter of 2023 were $1,094. This translates to an annual income of about $56,888. For many, this is considered low income, especially in high-cost living areas. Many people believe that making more money is the solution to their financial problems. However, the real issue lies in spending habits. Let's look at a real-life example. Consider John, who earns $40,000 a year. Despite his modest income, John manages to save and invest wisely. He follows a strict budget, cutting out unnecessary expenses like eating out frequently or buying the latest gadgets. Instead, he focuses on needs over wants and saves diligently. John uses the zero-based budget method, where every dollar is assigned a purpose. He tracks his spending meticulously, ensuring that his expenses do not exceed his income. Ramsey often says, if you live like no one else, later you can live like no one else.
If you will live like no one else later, you can live and give like no one else.
By avoiding lifestyle inflation, the tendency to increase spending with increased income, John is able to save a significant portion of his earnings. Over time, these savings, combined with the power of compound interest, grow substantially. On the other hand, let's consider Jane, who also earns $40,000 a year. Jane struggles managing her money. She frequently dines out, indulges in shopping sprees, and subscribes to multiple streaming services. Despite earning the same as John, Jane finds herself living paycheck to paycheck. Her expenses are high, and she carries credit card debt, which further erodes her financial stability. The difference between John and Jane isn't their income, it's how they manage it. John's disciplined approach to budgeting and saving allow him to build wealth over time, while Jane's lack of financial planning keeps her in a constant state of financial stress. Dave Ramsey's approach emphasizes the importance of making conscious financial decisions. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but rather making small, consistent adjustments that add up over time. This involves understanding your spending habits, prioritizing savings, and investing wisely. A crucial part of this journey is setting realistic financial goals. Whether it's saving for an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for retirement, having clear, attainable goals can help keep you motivated and focused. Start by identifying your short-term and long-term financial objectives. Then, create a plan to achieve them, breaking down each goal into manageable steps. The first steps towards financial freedom is creating a budget.
The first one is get on a budget, a written plan. You have to do a budget on paper, on purpose, before the month begins, every month.
A budget helps you see where your money is going and ensures you're spending less than you earn. Dave Ramsey advocates the zero-based budget method, where every dollar has a purpose. Yes, the same method that John uses. This method forces you to be intentional with your money. Start by listing all of your income sources and expenses. Allocate funds for essentials like rent, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Then, prioritize paying off debt and saving for emergencies. Ramsey recommends having an emergency fund of at least $1,000 to cover unexpected expenses. Creating a budget doesn't mean you have to deprive yourself of all pleasures. It's about making conscious choices. For example, instead of dining out multiple times a week, you can cook at home and save a significant amount of money. The average American household spends around $3,000 per year on dining out. Cutting back on this expense can free up funds for savings and investments. The next step is eliminating debt.
Second one is, you got to get out of debt and stay out of debt.
Ramsey often points out, debt is dumb, cash is king. It's important to deal with your debt because it's not just the money you owe, interest keeps adding up. Debt is a major obstacle to building wealth. High-interest debts like credit cards can quickly drain your finances. Ramsey's debt snowball method is a powerful tool for eliminating debt. This strategy involves paying off your smallest debts first while making minimum payments on larger ones. As you eliminate smaller debts, you gain momentum and confidence to tackle larger ones. Ramsey explains, when you pay off debt, you free up your income. Your most powerful wealth-building tool is your income. Let's consider a practical example. If you have a credit card debt of $500 with an interest rate of 18% and you make minimum payments, it will take you over 2 years to pay it off, costing you hundreds of dollars in interest. However, if you aggressively pay off this debt while making minimum payments on other debts, you can eliminate it quickly and move on to the next one. This method creates a psychological win, motivating you to continue the process. Once you're debt-free, it's time to focus on saving and investing. Ramsey advises saving 15% of your income for retirement. Contribute to tax-advantaged accounts like 401ks and IRAs. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. Investing in the stock market is another key to building wealth. Historically, the S&P 500 has provided an average annual return of around 10%. Ramsey suggests investing in mutual funds with a long track record of good performance. Diversifying your investments can also help reduce risks. To make this more relatable, let's say you earn $40,000 a year and save 15% of your income, which is $6,000. If you invest this amount annually with a 10% return, you could accumulate around $1.5 million in 30 years. The power of consistent saving and investing cannot be overstated. Sometimes, a single income isn't enough to achieve your financial goals. Ramsey encourages finding ways to generate additional income. This could be through a side hustle, freelance work, or even a part-time job. Consider leveraging your skills and passions. For example, if you're good at graphic design, offer your services on platforms like Fiverr or Upwork. The extra income can be used to pay off debt faster or boost your savings. Let's explore a practical scenario. Suppose you start a side hustle that earns you an extra $500 per month. Over a year, that's $6,000, which you can use to pay off debts or invest. If you invest this amount annually with a 7% return, you could accumulate over $150,000 in 20 years. This additional income can significantly accelerate your wealth-building journey. One of the most important principles in Ramsey's teachings is living below your means. This means spending less than you earn and avoiding lifestyle inflation. Just because you get a raise doesn't mean you should upgrade your lifestyle. Ramsey emphasizes the importance of contentment and avoiding the comparison trap. Focus on your financial goals and be disciplined with your spending. To illustrate this, consider the example of driving a used car instead of financing a new one. The average monthly car payment in the US is around $550. By driving a reliable used car, you can save thousands of dollars annually, which can be redirected towards savings and investments. This simple decision can have a profound impact on your financial future. An emergency fund is essential for financial security. It acts as a safety net for unexpected expenses like medical bills, car repairs, or job loss. Ramsey recommends saving 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses in a separate savings account. Having an emergency fund prevents you from falling back into debt when life throws curveballs. It provides peace of mind and allows you to focus on long-term wealth-building strategies. Let's break this down. If your monthly expenses are $2,500, aim to save between $7,500 and $15,000. Now, this might seem daunting, but start small. Begin with a goal of $1,000 and gradually increase it. Having this cushion ensures that you're prepared for financial emergencies without derailing your progress. Financial planning is essential for achieving long-term goals. Ramsey advises creating a detailed financial plan that includes saving for retirement, buying a home, and funding your children's education. Set specific, measurable, and realistic goals. Track your progress regularly and adjust your plan as needed. A financial planner can also provide valuable insights to help you stay on track. For example, if you plan to buy a home, determine how much you need for a down payment and set a timeline to save for it. If your goal is to save $20,000 in 5 years, you will need to save $333 per month. Breaking down your goals into manageable steps makes them more achievable. Investing in yourself is one of the most important steps you can make to increasing your income potential. This can include furthering your education, acquiring new skills, or improving existing ones. Ramsey often says the best investment you can make is in yourself. Consider taking online courses, attending workshops, or earning certificates in your field. These investments can lead to better job opportunities, promotions, and higher salaries. For instance, if you invest $2,000 into a course that helps you land a job with a $10,000 annual salary increase, the return on investment is substantial. It's tempting to look for shortcuts to wealth, but Ramsey warns against the get-rich-quick schemes. These often promise high returns with little effort, but can lead to significant financial losses. There are no shortcuts to any place worth going, he says. Instead, focus on proven long-term strategies. Building wealth takes time, discipline, and patience. Avoiding risky investments and scams protects your hard-earned money and keeps you on the right path. Achieving financial success on a low salary is challenging, but it's far from impossible. By following Dave Ramsey's principles of budgeting, eliminating debt, saving, investing, generating additional income, living below your means, building an emergency fund, planning for your future, investing in yourself, and avoiding get-quick-rich schemes, you can build significant wealth over time. So, are you ready to take control of your financial future? How will you start implementing these strategies today? And what side hustles will you explore to boost your income? Let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe for more financial tips and strategies. See you in the next video.